Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Tac-Conners. Welcome to our annual video series called Meet the Trainers. I am super thrilled to announce that kicking off the Meet the Trainers video series is the one, the only, the fabulous, the marvelous, the magnificent Cecil Burch. Cecil, how are you?
Good. I'm kind of stunned at that introduction, though. That's not usually how you talk to me.
Well, you're about to justify it right now because I'm going to invite you to introduce yourself to our TACCon attendees. What would you have them know about you, good sir?
I have been doing some form of martial arts for 41 years, and I've been teaching since '87. And I do a bunch of different stuff, and I like teaching people how to choke people out, punch them, and hit them with the planet. And
That
sometimes do it with knife and guns.
that sounds quite fun, actually.
I like it. I like doing it. I like teaching it.
So your block for TACCon 21 is Get Your Grapple On. And you've taught
Yep.
this block before, but for those who have not been to it, tell us what Get Your Grapple On is all about and what it is not, because some people might make assumptions about a grappling block, and I'm sure you're going to dispel those myths. So tell us about it.
Well, actually, I haven't taught this one because I was
Oh,
supposed to teach it. This is last year was when we were going to teach it. It was going to be the introduction of it. So this is, I've been waiting a year to actually teach the material.
sweet.
So the idea of the class is we've got so many people now actually either doing some form of grappling as a adjunct for their self-defense work or thinking about it. They've listened to enough of idiots like myself talk about it long enough that we've almost got them convinced, but maybe they're a little hesitant to actually step into the arena. So essentially what the class is, it's going to be sort of a generalized look at a classic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. Not everything exact, but sort of generally what you'll find, sort of the general warm-ups, the layout of the class, the progression, and some techniques, some drilling, some working around. So if they're just new to jiu-jitsu, or like I said, they're thinking about it, they can go into this and see, well, is this for me? Is this really something I can do? Because it might sound intimidating for a lot of people. Whereas, I don't think it is. I think it's for the most part, it's pretty welcoming environment. And so that's the idea. I'm going to just kind of show them, hey, you know what? If I can do this stuff and be kind of okay at it, everybody could do this. Everybody can pull this off. And it's not that big a deal. So even if they don't want to do it, even if they don't want to, even if not ready to physically participate, they're more than welcome to come and watch and to say, hey, is this something I can do? Is Cecil just doing a sales pitch and he's going to kill me when I get to class? Maybe I'll just watch first. So people are, well, if you want to jump all in and do it, if you've been doing jiu-jitsu and you want to get some extra work in, if you're just looking just to see what it's about, that's sort of the idea of the class, just a generalized view. So if you do go to a jiu-jitsu class, you go, yeah, this is familiar. It's not such a weird, oh my God, I've never done this before.
Awesome. You kind of read my mind because I was going to ask you, what about the person who sees this course and says, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too injured, I'm too whatever. And it sounds like everybody is welcome, come one, come all. Is that fair?
And I try to do that with all of my, anything I teach, right? I try not to make it that I'm only teaching, super elite athletes and operators that, in the peak of conditioning, because that's not me. So I always try to make everything like, hey, I don't care what your condition is. I don't care what your situation is. You could do something, right? We can all make ourselves safer. We can all make ourselves more capable. We can all make ourselves more dangerous, even if it's just 1%. That's still better. And so certainly this is, and I think most jiu-jitsu classes are that way too. I've pretty much trained around the world, or even taught around the world. I've been to Brazil. I've taught jiu-jitsu in Singapore, Canada, UK. I mean, I pretty much been and trained everywhere. And it's rare that you get that jiu-jitsu class that is only for the meat eaters. It's a very welcoming art for the most part. That's how it was designed.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
so that's what everybody can come. I don't care what you're. And again, if you get into it, you start doing it for about 5 minutes, then it's like, oh man, I'm just not in shape for this, and you want to sit out. And just watch. That's perfectly cool. No one's going to sit there and go, shame, shame, shame. No one's going to say that.
Awesome.
Well,
That is
Larry might. Larry might.
All right. So be prepared for Larry, but otherwise everybody's going to be good. So folks,
Yep.
You may have picked up on the fact that when Cecil says he's pretty okay at this, he's probably being a little teeny tiny bit modest. The truth of the matter is Cecil is the best of the best, and he could totally beat up the Hulk. But one of the great things about him being so good at this is that he is really good at accommodating all manner of learners. So please don't count yourself out if you are the slightest bit curious about jiu-jitsu, or like Cecil said, if you're already a practitioner and you just want to come and get some reps in, head on over to Get Your Grapple On. Cecil's block is, let's see, you are Sunday Sunday AM2. So that is the Sunday 10 a.m. block. And it's a 2-hour block. And so,
well, kind of.
Because it's sort of connected to Chuck's block. Is that right?
Well, no, really what it is, because we go into lunch and then there's nothing immediately after my block anyway. So I'm just going to let it go for a little while. Like if people only want to do the 2 hours and they want to go to lunch, and that's perfectly fine. But I'll probably keep it going if somebody wants to stay around and still get some work in. And the rest of the guys from the collective will be there teaching, helping me out too. So you'll have 3 black belts and 2 brown belts teaching jiu-jitsu and helping out, and they'll still be there too. So
awesome.
If somebody wants extra work, yeah, so technically, hour 50-minute block, but we'll just go until
Were you going to squeeze in a little overtime?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, unless I get so hungry that I just say, get the hell out. I need to go get something to eat.
That's okay. I'll bring you guys lunch because I know y'all will be working overtime.
There we go.
All right, Tac-Con, thank you so much. And Cecil, thank you. I look forward to seeing all of the cool, curious folks who come and check out your block. Yep. Again, that's going to be Sunday at 10 a.m. in the Hands-On Bay. Cecil, we will see you in Dallas. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.